I'd like to ask you about your
Yes.
project.
The idea of the project was to have the best specialist conservation scientists on the one hand, general public absolutely illiterate and non-aware of even existence of cultural heritage, not speaking of its preservation, and to meet them together. And what's the special point in our project is that for mutual benefit, not only specialists to teach the general, but also the general public will make some contribution. The question is, they will not have any common language. And here our project comes to develop the educational approach, its educational linkage approach in cultural heritage.
So tell me, what benefit does that give, say, the general public?
The very different point of our project is from a tremendous number of courses and training activities for general public is that we say that it's possible if we develop the tool, the instrument to have general public and to make the study, that they study the site, there is a dual benefit. They study by themselves, they learn, and they produce, by the completion of the course, they produce some sort of primary documentation of the site. And this means that they make a real contribution to preservation of some specific real site of cultural heritage. That gives them very good feeling, the sense of importance and the real contribution of real value.
So it's awareness of the cultural heritage.
Yes.
And involvement in its preservation.
Yes.
And what does it do for the other side, for the researchers and for the people the scientists? Does it make them talk the right language?
Yes, it does. And I made several years ago in my usual teaching, that was one of the source of ideas of this project, sort of pre-testing in a course which I gave to the second year architectural undergraduates, which in my institute they have had no previous courses in conservation before this. And by the end of 3 months, they made a very good project besides their own education, which was implemented in conservation of a site by the Antiquities Authority.
Just give me one example. Take one project that you've worked on where this relationship has improved the project.
That's our project, which the frame we are meeting here now is still in its development stage. So our example is future example. It's the first experimental course, not yet pilot, because not everything has been ready to be tested in pilot course, and it's started last week in Athens, and we will have the dissemination event.
But have you got an eye on a particular site that you want to work on?
Yes, we have, and we have 4 partners besides the main beneficiary, the Technion, in Malta, Greece, Antwerp, and Venice. And we have some sites in Malta and in Athens. And speaking of Israel and of these 2 partners I've just mentioned, there is some very interesting core which is coming after Crusaders. This is Acre, Rhodes, and Malta, the building techniques, and that's so it might be Acre in Israel.
Okay, so you've got some sort of common theme.
Yes, yes, we have. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.